All right. West Virginia meet feels like about a month ago. It was only a few days ago, but I want to thank everyone that came out to, send off our seniors in their final match. Appreciate the crowd coming out as always, and appreciate those guys, those 6 guys, and everything that they've done for the program. We don't lose sight of that, no matter what happens result-wise, how they've represented the program and the things that they do and how they've moved our program forward. That'll forever be remembered by all of us. So, yesterday, a hard-fought meet. It was kind of a back and forth. We got some momentum, and then they were able to take it back. Then we got some momentum, and they were able to take it back. What I said yesterday a little bit, and just felt like there's some situations where we tightened up. And why I feel like we tightened up is there's some things that happen that are maybe a little uncharacteristic of guys. Some things that they've done or they don't normally do. That tells me that maybe sometimes you're squeezing a little bit too tight. You're not quite in the right frame of mind. And even just going back to our breathing, there was little things that maybe got caught up in the moment too much, but that's part of this process. It's part of being a competitor. And being a competitor at a high level, you're going to be in those moments, and which way do you go? So I'll put it on me, man. We got to train them and put them in that position more. We got to be able to put them where their default will always be, okay, I'm going to go back to attack, or I'm going to go back to this position, or if a guy gets to his feet, I'm going to work to return him. I'm going to get my knee in front. I'm not going to try to pull him back on top of me. So we got to put those guys in those spots more. So when it is that, and when it's not cutting time, when it is that time, that there's one way you go. And, I'll give Iowa State credit, man. They like I said, we came out, and I'm sure they weren't planning on getting a pin, especially the last time they wrestled, that guy tech falled for him. So that also tells you how much a match can change from match to match, and how situations can change, and how a guy can be a different guy, not just week from week, but November, and I'm sure they're looking at that match and like, we're gonna roll this guy up. We did it last time. Obviously Schwab had some other ideas of that, but I'm just saying how much things can change, how much it's just this thing and where this thing's at. So that's all I'm concerned with for our guys moving forward is where that thing's at. It stung, but man, these things help you grow. And like I said, when you're trying to compete at an incredibly high level and you're trying to be at the top of your game all the time, and they're trying to do the same thing, sometimes they're going to rise. And they did a little bit. They rose a little bit more than we did yesterday. So good on them. Our guys, we got to give ourselves a few more opportunities in matches. But I think it's good for the state. It's good for rivalry. It's good to have a lot of people there excited about wrestling, excited about wrestling in the state of Iowa. So kind of going through the matches. I think Schwarm pinned 2 guys this weekend. Just got to give himself a few more opportunities. He's able to get to the leg early, and then just we got to be able to capitalize when we get to a leg. Block us, in deep on a shot in the end of the first. Got to be able to capitalize on some of those things. Max, I'll give Max some credit, man. Those two dudes are gritty, tough competitors. And man, it's tooth and nail every time. But I'll tell you, I think he got to the legs 11 or 12 times, and it took the 12th time to score. So man, that's the kind of guy that Max Thompson is, man. If I got to shoot 10, or I got to shoot 11, or I got to shoot 12, how many? But he made a really good adjustment to finish that last shot. So, really good job on his part. 57, big win. I know their regular starter was out, but that's how it goes sometimes. So good job, Peyton. 65, just got to give ourselves a few more opportunities. He's a great hand fighter, and he's got to stay in that fight more. And sometimes you go away from things that you do well, and that tells me we're focused on the outcome more than just what's in front of you. And that's something we'll continue to work on. 74, keep attacking. And we told him, he knows. And I'll tell you, this is something that will propel Steyer to make him better, though. Sometimes people think a loss, the loss, that's awful. That's a really bad thing. And a lot of times it refocuses you. And you're like, okay, man, maybe I was a little bit, I'm thinking about some things that I hadn't been thinking about. And like, this is just about you and what you do well. And sometimes if anybody's been there, and everybody that's been a competitor and they look at the scoreboard and all of a sudden it's a tight match, and then you start thinking about some other things. I know I've done it. I've done it plenty. And, you saw that happen a little bit, so I'll give that guy a little bit. I'll give him some credit because he stayed in the match and then found a way to win. But Steyr will be better from that. I know he will be. I know if they get to wrestle next time, you get to the third period, he will be firing. He'll be firing to legs. And like I said, sometimes you got to go through it to really learn that hard lesson. Getting bonus points, good job by Lou. And Lou, man, he's hitting some great attacks. Just got to continue to go. 97, just got to a leg at the end of the first. Just got to be able to get there again. And then heavyweight, we got to give ourselves some opportunities to score. And he knows that. He's got great attacks. But man, sometimes you just let them burn, and then you got to get to the next one. Good thing for us as competitors, we get to go again on Thursday, and Wisconsin's got a good team. I don't know. I mean, they're ranked in there. There's like 8,000 rankings, so I know they got some good guys. I know that they got a number one ranked and national champion at 33, and I know they got a highly ranked guy at 41 and 49's in the rankings, and 65's in the top five, and the heavyweights in the top five, and they got a lot of other guys sprinkled in between that are good competitors. And Bono will have his guys ready because I'm sure it's probably I didn't look at their schedule, but I would guess it's their last competition before the postseason too. So you want to head out into the postseason the right way, and our team will respond. We'll be ready to scrap in Madison. I believe it's going to be on Big Ten Network, 8:00, so a little bit later duel, but. Hopefully, if you can't get over there, you'll be able to watch it on that. So, I guess any questions?
What are you looking forward to most about that opportunity going to that type of environment, close things out for the dual season?
Just how do we respond? We saw some things, like I said, maybe a little bit uncharacteristic, just as far as how we handled some of the situations. Because sometimes, we've kind of risen in. We talked about mat returns has been a big thing. It's been a big emphasis for us this year. Working hard to ride a guy, and they did some good things, but we didn't attempt a lot to really stay with the guy. So I want to see if that takes hold. Are we going to do that again? Are we going to get back to that? Are we going to get back to kind of, for me, what's our identity as a team and what's got to be checked off that box? The first thing that's got to be checked off the box is that hustle and fight and just being excited for the opportunity and making the most of the opportunity. And man, I just tell you, when you try to hold things off and you try to protect things, man, it slips through your fingers really quickly. So, and I think we did that a little bit, and that's a learning experience. So now, okay, we got another opportunity in front of us. And just like in the tournament, man, sometimes that might happen from match to match. And I brought up Schwarm, like match to match, situation to situation, it changes. And just because where we're at right now, and if a guy's got his head down a little bit, we don't keep our head down. I mean, it can change like that. And I know our guys can do that because of the work that they've put in and how much they believe in themselves in the process. And that's what you just get back to. But man, great competitors, great teams. They want to get back out there. They look forward to it. I mean, I'm sure basketball, man, they can't wait to get back out there. And you know what? I'll give that guy. He's tough. AJ might be able to wrestle. He might have been able to wrestle. Maybe, but I'm sure Jake would rather have him on the basketball team. But I saw he got dinged up a little bit. But you stay out there, and that's what guys do, man. That's what the great competitors do, man. You know what? I got a big cut in my face, and I can't see, and I can't even see straight. You just try to hit the one in the middle, right? And that's what you do. But I mean, you want to get back out there, man. You can't wait to get back out there and get back out in that arena again. Not well. We would definitely get our allotment of fouls in. I can tell you that.
With yesterday's duel, going down to that heavyweight match.
Yeah.
Just going into that match, what kind of match was that for Carter? Is that kid?
No, they've wrestled.
Are they even?
Oh no, they've wrestled before, and actually, I mean, the guy beat him earlier this year, and they split matches last year. They've been back and forth. Just. In those situations, like I said, in the biggest moments, in the biggest situations, our default needs to be we go to him. And that just didn't happen in that situation. He's got great attacks, and you got to trust him. You got to trust that they can score on anybody, and that's something where that guy got a little bit momentum, and and you can celebrate. I mean, they earn that. Just saying, there's some things that how he's putting his arm on his back and doing some things, and just I don't know. For me, as a competitor, I put that in the back of my head. Put that in the back of my head for the next time. And you know what? And Carter, hopefully he'll see him again, and he'll have something. He'll be able to have something to say about that. But they got the party on us yesterday, and good for them. All right, Thursday 8:00, Big Ten Network. Close out the season against the Badgers. So.